Good morning, History St. Louis. Here's Monday's lesson, and this was a project that we were going to do individually, and so I'm going to give you a little bit of some choices here. I'm going to give you a simple, I'm going to give you a medium, I'm going to give you a hard assignment and let you choose between them. And it's really not hard. It's just a little bit more time consuming. What I'm going to have you do is this is a list of architectural treasures in the history of St. Louis or in the St. Louis area. And what you were going to do is have to choose one and do a PowerPoint / Google slide presentation on it. We're going to do that, but I'm going to, the mandate is you have to do at least one church or one historic home or one building under the public building. So you just have to do one building in any of those three categories. That would get you a 25 out of 25. If you want to go for 50 points, then you would do two. So you would do one church and one historic home or one church and one public building, but you'd have to do two buildings total, one from each category. And then if you want to shoot for 75 points, then you would do one church, one historic home, and one public building. So you would do three in total. Again, it's going to be your choice. When you turn this in, I want you to title it either, give me the title of the buildings that you're doing. So if you're doing all three buildings, then give me all three names. If you're going to do two buildings, do two names. If you're going to just do one building, give me that one name. And that's how you'll turn it in. The PowerPoint is pretty straightforward, as you can see down here. There are four categories that you'll have. So basically each category will have its own screen. You might have to have two screens for some of these, but for the most part, I think you can get away with one screen per. The general facts of the building: who built it, who was the architect, when was it built, how tall, the size of the building. If it's not a high-rise building, then like how many people can it hold, and then where is it located. Category number 2, architectural design and style. You need to describe and explain the style and teach us how it can be identified. So for instance, I've taught you that Greek Revival can be noticed by the Greek columns and the triangular front. We've talked about how Italian Renaissance can be seen by the use of arches and rectangular shapes. So you have to teach us what your style, how it can be identified. Number 3, how is it used today? That's pretty straightforward. And number 4, if your building has a claim of fame, give us what that claim of fame is. If there's a fun fact or trivia about it, ghost stories or famous events that most people wouldn't know, let us know about that. Your presentation has to have at least 4 pictures overall. And if your building is named after a person, so for instance the Demonil Mansion or Sappington House or Couples Mansion or General Daniel Bissell or Campbell Home, I want to know one screen about that person. So for instance down here, Powell Symphony Hall, who is Powell? Thomas Eagleton Federal Building, who is Thomas Eagleton? So stuff like that. So that is, and you're going to have till Wednesday to turn this in. So I'm going to give you a couple days to get this done. You'll just turn it in as a Google slide or a PowerPoint, whichever you have, and I will have a link on Google Classroom where you can turn it in. One building is 25 points, 2 buildings 50 points, 3 buildings 75 points. If you have any questions, give me a email and we'll take care of it. But it should be pretty straightforward and fun. You get to see some pretty interesting buildings. Do me a favor and go through these lists. And I'm going to have a PowerPoint listed that will show you what these buildings look like, so that you'll at least be able to get to see what they are before you get to choose. So take a look at this video and then the PowerPoint with all the buildings on it. in order to make your decision. I will talk to you later. Have fun. Bye-bye.